Good evening, gentlemen. It's Monday night. It's September the 25th. The night well and truly drawing in. And if you're watching this on replay, hello, good afternoon. Thanks for joining us and have a nice day. Okay? So I'll just say hello to a few people here. It's Monday night. There's not a great deal happening in the world right now. I mean, it's a bit, a bit dull. There's not a great deal to talk about. I'm drinking a cup of hot chocolate. Oh, but never mind. Anyway, we're together. That's the important thing. Together. Well, was that a Village People song or something like that? Anyway, we're together and it's Monday night. We've got each other's company. Thank God for that. Okay. Donald Trump. I'll put him on the screen. Donald Trump, good evening, everyone. The president is in the building. Okay. Nice to hear from you, mate. Nice to hear from you. Martin Ryder is here. Nice to hear from you. Barry from EastEnders is here. The Lord of Dreams is here. Even Mr. I'm sure the Lord of Dreams. I'm sure that's a Netflix series somewhere along the lines. Richard O, he's got an interesting one. Listing from Bangkok. Okay, good for you, mate. Good for you. How's things in Bangkok right now? Gemini Star, Kipax, David R. David R's here. All right, I said 1 week ago. Yeah, David R is off to Thailand next week. He's lost a lot of weight, a lot more weight than I've lost, and he's looking very, very youthful, and he's going to wow the ladies out there. So good for you, anyway, David. Yeah, he's off to Thailand again. Smooth operator, nice to hear from you, mate. Dutch Farang made it to the waiting room. Okay, nice to hear from you. Joe Hart, evening, Eddie and the gang. Okay, nice to hear from you. Yogi Bear, good evening, Ed, and good evening all. I see we got another storm heading into hit us Wednesday, Storm Agnes. Where did he get these names from? All of these names that they use for storms sound incredibly, he's taking the mickey out. It sounds incredibly demure. Agnes sounds like an old lady. We've got an old lady creating the storm. What are the storms? Hurricane Ian. I mean, what a bland name that is. I mean, for Christ's sake, if the storms were called Hurricane Bruno or Hurricane Brutus or Hurricane Hagar, I mean, we might just be frightened of them, you know what I mean? Storm Agnes, for Christ's sake. What are we going to have next? Storm Hilda Ogden, Storm Ina Sharples. I mean, oh my God almighty. Anyway, Citizen Mikey is here. Sceneries, hello. Karen Farang from the jungle. I do believe in fairies, okay. Crypto Chris Card. Boohoo. Sean Harris. Citizen Mikey. Andrew Hammond. Good evening, Eddie. Looking forward to another great stream. You'll be disappointed because I've got nothing prepared. I've had a busy week this week, and there's not really a great deal happening. It's all a Russell Bland. We'll have to call it because that's what the news is. Let's see. Martin Ryder, you're wasting away. You need to go on the diet of pork pies and gyros or heroes. I did like the heroes or gyros, how I can pronounce it, in Athens. It's like a Greek kebab, only version of the kebab, but it's much better, nicer. Oh, let me see now. So let's see. Brian Street's here. Brian Street's evening, folks, sipping on a couple of Singer beers in lovely Swindon, pretending in Big Dog Soy 4, Bangkok. Cheers. Oh, I'm sure you'll make it there soon, Brian. I'm sure you will. Nice to hear from you, mate. Karim Farhan from the jungle. How are you, mate? I was in the wrong part of the world to catch Eddie's love streams, Thailand, but now I'm back in miserable UK. Okay, well, I hope you had a good time, mate, anyway. Bottle Baby is here. Let me see now. Okay. Kipax, we are waiting for storm. Well, that one will be steady. At least it'll be a steady storm. They won't be fun because it'll be storm steady Eddie. Oh, okay, that'll be better anyway. Karen Farang, He was in Chiang Mai, mainly a brief visit to Pattaya, though. Okay. I've heard this. Martin Ryder. Storm names are alphabetical by the Met Office and Met Aaron. So it's Agnes. What will it be? You know, what will it be? What will it be? It's Storm Agnes, and what comes after that? Is Storm Bethel? Is it going to be Storm Bethel next? Who's this? Who's this? Joe Hart, Storm Lisa Dale. Oh, Jesus, I would hide under the bloody covers if that one was coming. Crypto Chris card. A co-op in Liverpool has been robbed 1,000 times already this year. An investigation revealed most of the locals were scousers. Well, that's what you tend to get in Liverpool, isn't it? Paul Oscar, nice to have you, mate. Storm Bar Girls. Okay, fair enough. Who's going to be Brian Street? Thank you for that super chat, Brian. Have a cuppa on me. Cheers for that, Brian. Very, very generous of you. Thanks, mate. You enjoy your beer anyway. I'll put that one on the screen there. Thank you for that super chat, Brian. £5. That's very, very generous. Cheers. Okay. Let's see. Sean Harris. Ed, I'm off to Southeast Asia on the 15th of October. Is it easy to use dollars in Vietnam? Do you know, I've used dollars in Vietnam. Definitely used dollars in Vietnam. I mean, the Vietnam dong is like kind of widespread, but they will accept dollars. But the last time I was there was just before the pandemic, so that was probably about 3 years ago, or 3 or 4 years ago. So I can't pretend my info is up to date. Martin Powell is here. Nice to hear from you, mate. I hope all's well. Telecom is here. Good evening, Eddie. It is raining here in Minneapolis, and the temperature is 62 degrees Fahrenheit. Good day to be inside. 62. It's about similar to that here, but I mean, I'm sure you get colder winters and warmer summers than we do. Anyway, nice to hear from you. Anyway, nice to hear from you, mate. Spider. Evening, Eddie. Ready for another great stream? Okay. So there's not a great deal to talk about tonight. I mean, I've got to say, I mean, you know what I was thinking of doing is maybe doing one stream on this channel a week and one stream on the other, because we want to talk more about travel, and especially since, you know, the clock is ticking, and it won't be in the not too distant future before I'll be heading away, and I'm sure many of you are as well. So I'll probably do this stream tonight, but I'll give it a miss tomorrow, because there's not much happening in the world. It's all a bit bland and boring. So hopefully people have got things to talk about. Paul Hoskin's got something to talk about. Okay, bar fines are a rip-off. Okay. Oh, okay. Seems we're all adults and we're all traveling here. We'll put that one on the screen. Courtesy of Paul Hoskin. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. Thank you to Paul Hoskin for suggesting this. There you go. Our bar fines a rip-off. Thank you to Paul Hoskin for this one. Anyone got any comments to make on about this? Where are we now? Let's see. Paul Hoskin, okay. So I'm just going to skip through here anyway. Neil, have they stopped selling Chang beer in the UK? I found it. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that anyway. Paul Hoskin, I like a massage before I drink too much. Okay. Yeah, Yogi Bear, didn't you have to photo $100 bill to stop them trying things out with you and giving you a fake back? I haven't actually photographed, but what I done, last time I was using $100 bills, I don't think I was carrying my smartphone with me. But I think what I did with a $100 bill, not so much in Vietnam, but in Cambodia, if I had to cash a $100 bill in a bar, which is not very often, but if you do have to cash a $100 bill, it's a big bill, that big currency. So what I do, I will hold the bill up to them and read the serial number right in front of them to let them know that I know exactly what is there. And I have you're right. I have photographed $100 bill. Yeah, just make it known to them, whoever you're handing it to, that you know exactly what that serial number is. So because I have heard of people getting fakes in return. Bobby Crush. Travel. I've no interest in travel. What about the immigrants? Oh my God Almighty! I've got a friend, an Italian friend, who went to visit his friends and his family in Italy last week, and oh my God, I feel sorry for him. And Italy's such a wonderful country, wonderful country with great people and all that, and then they're being swamped by all these thousands of aliens. Oh, bloody awful, terrible. Nice to hear from you, Bobby. Telecom. Yes, you are cordially invited to go ice fishing on one of our frozen lakes this winter. I think I'd enjoy that. I think that would be a bit cold for me, though. I do like my shorts and t-shirts weather, to be honest with you. Martin Ryder. Rumours are flying about Thai retirement visa tightening up. Oh, they're always changing it. I think that 800,000 baht will be raised. Don't forget, I mean, you don't have to pay 800,000 baht. You've still got it in your bank account. That's still your money. But that's been around for a while, hasn't it? So I reckon they're going to put that up pretty soon. It wouldn't surprise me. Karen Farang from the Bart Simpson, nice to hear from you. Karen Farang from the Jungle always piddles me off hearing 1,000 baht when I ask what the bar fine. 1,000 baht. That's about 23 or 24 quid in English money. That's probably almost $30 in US. It's probably not far off $30 for a baht. 1,000 baht. Jesus God Almighty, that is a rip-off, wherever that is. Robster says, yes, they are. Cowboy Vic episode was nice to hear from you. Brian Street, should England raise the white flag, yeah? And Lisa Happy who's coming over. Oh, I'm sure Lisa will be down there on the beach. Yeah, come on, guys. Fancy coming back to my place for the gangbang. Yeah, oh, yeah. Yeah, that Lisa Dale will, dirty bitch. Should England raise the white flag, yeah? May as well. I mean, it's not necessary anyway. They're coming whether we like it or not. Martin Ryder, never paid a bar fine. Good stuff, good. I think I'm going that way as well. Gemini Star, lady drinks are also a rip-off. Okay. Paul Harrison, nice to ever. Off to Thailand in about 3 weeks. 1 week in Bangkok, then up to Koh Khan, and then probably down to Pratchett Kitty Khan. Oh, okay. Well, good for you, mate. Anyway, good for you. Have a nice time. Sean Harris. It depends on how much you like the bar. I mean, 1,000. Well, they are a rip-off, aren't they? But when you think there used to be a couple, 200 or 300 baht. I mean, 1,000 baht. I mean, that's like more like a go-go. I mean, what are they charging in go-go? It's just you lose track of them. They're bloody going up and away, aren't they? I mean, they want the people who've got serious amounts of money, but they are a bit of a rip-off. There's no doubt about it. Bobby Crush doesn't like lady drinks. Mike West. Mike West, could you explain bar fines? Is that issued for not drinking enough? Well, a bar fine, right? If you're in a bar where there's girls, in like the Thai or Bangkok, whatever, nice, Thai girls, and you say to the baby, "Hey, baby, fancy coming back to my place and getting it on tonight?" And she says, "I'll go wait, you'll like it," But you have to buy a lady drinks, which are more expensive than your drinks are. And then the bar fine, you have to pay a bar fine because you are taking that girl out of the bar. Now, if you didn't take it out of the bar, then she would still be in the bar and she'd still be getting lady drinks from other customers and, greeting customers and this kind of stuff. So if you want to take it out the bar, you've got to pay a bar fine. You've got to, which is a bit of a rip-off in today's day and age. Hopefully I've explained that. Life Utopia. Ed, can't wait for you to start traveling again. Love the streams, but need the variety. You always had a different pragmatic approach compared to most other travel. That's bloody nice word, that pragmatic. Yeah, I like that. That's cool. That's good. That's cool. That's cool. Concerned with the practical consequences of things. One of my favorite sayings, you have to be realistic. Yeah, very, very pragmatic approach. Yeah, I like that, mate. Thanks. Yeah, I'll be traveling in the not too distant future. And basically, um, I will be looking forward when I go abroad for the first time ever to be a full-time YouTuber because I've only ever really been a part-time. I mean, a travel vlogger. Yeah, you're in a no-win situation because when you're not traveling, you can't really make so many videos. Whereas if I'm living out there all the time, then I'll be able to make videos left, right, and centre. So I'm looking forward to being a full-time YouTuber. That would be nice. Andrew Hammond. If the girl is really hot and good company, then yes, a bar fine up to 400 baht is okay. 400 baht, that's reasonable enough. Reasonable enough. 400 baht, that's just under a tenner, isn't it, in English money? That's not that bad, but some of them are just asking extortionate stuff. Ernest Connell, just cut out the $100 bill to make change. Good idea. Karen Ferran, I accept the price of lady drinks because that's how the bar survives and how the girls earn their money. Okay. Dutch Farang, 3,000 bar fine. But I said, no, thank you. That's a polite way of putting it, no, thank you. I think most people would say a little, a bit, less subtle. 3,000 bar. But that is a genuine even if that's in one of the top go-go bars, that's still a bloody rip-off. Bobby Crush, I was in Lidl earlier and it was like Calcutta and they look at you as dirty. Okay. Okay, let's see. Karen Farang from the jungle. 500 should be the max for bar fines. I mean, in a go-go bar, yeah. I mean, go-go bars are just, oh my God, oh my, what did I last hear in the go-go? Yeah, 1,000, 2,000 bar fines, and they're all a rip-off. They're all a rip-off. Citizen Mikey, Lampedusa is more dingyman than Italians. I know, very, very sad. Spare a thought for those wonderful. I've got a good friend who's Italian, and he went to visit, his relatives last, for the last few weeks in Italy, and he was out there when those boats landed, and the shock. I mean, they're good. I can imagine. I've never been to that particular island, but I would guess that they are probably very, very nice rural people who live there, who like a nice peaceful life. And then all these bloody, it's an invasion. It is an invasion. They've had their island invaded and they're on their way here. I mean, they're not going to stop there. They're going to go to Sicily, then mainland Italy, and then they're going to come through France, and they're going to be here. And the next time you see them, they'll be down at the bloody dole office here. Yeah. Kipax, 3,000. I've never heard of that much before. I've heard of 2,000 in a go-go bar. Boohoo, I've heard 300 London Popo turn there. But Boohoo, I've heard 300 London Popo. Are you talking about busies turn their guns in and put army on standby? What's that about? Well, a police officer shot dead somebody, and the police officer is now being charged with murder. I think because the guy was unarmed. And I mean, he didn't just, the police officer didn't just go along and just shoot him dead randomly. He didn't do that. I mean, he was a suspect, this guy, but the police shot him dead. And basically, a lot of the busies are turning their weapons in simply because they've I think probably in support of him. Because one minute they give him weapons to protect the public, and the next minute, one of the officers who uses the weapon is charged with murder. Anyway, David, October the 4th, First night out Bangkok, October the 4th. That'll be next Wednesday. Good for you, mate. Anyway, I wish I was with you. I wish I was with you. Good for you, mate. Crypto Chris card. Armed police on strike. Okay. I mean, we can talk about that. Let's talk about bar fines first. Well, we can talk about the busies. Yeah. Our country is really behind with just about every other country I've ever been in as police with guns. And yet here, the guy who was killed in a Westminster terrorist attack. He didn't have any guns on him. They have a bloody taser thing. I mean, we're well behind the times. I mean, the thing is, in Brazil, I've been in Brazil, the bloody subway. I don't mean, the passageway. I mean, subway, the burger place, or whatever, the fast food place. You've got a security guard there with a bloody, revolver. You go on banks, they've all got guns. I mean, here, we're namby-pamby in this country. Let's see. Paul Hoskett, my massage only lasts 30 seconds. £1,000 bar fine for 30 seconds. Okay, you're dirty. Telecom, bar fines are not fine. No, they're not fine. They used to be all right. I can understand the logic of them years ago, but they're a bit of a rip-off now. I mean, they're going to frighten the customers off. Okay, Bobby Crush, the ties are their own worst enemy. You're generous to them, and then they try and rip you off. And at that point, you say, no more tips and no more lady drinks. I mean, ties are not that bad. I've been to other countries where they're far worse than that. They're far more opportunist. The ties aren't. The ties tend to be quite straight, really. I've always found they're not that bad. There's other countries, like Cuba and places like that, and other countries where you're far more likely to be ripped off by the people. They'll try and pull a fast one on you, but not. But the ties aren't that bad. But I don't know, the way it's going, they are getting a bit greedy. Yeah, Karen Farang from the jungle. Yes, they can try it on. Dutch Farang, £1,000, 5 a.m. Beach Road leftovers. Always he's checking out Beach Road at 5 a.m. or Coconut Bar. That's what they call it, isn't it? Ernest Connell, I paid bar fines as a young man, but not as an older man. Why have you got more handsome as you got older? Yeah. I know what you mean, mate. I know what you mean. Bar fines are just they become a rip-off. Karen Farang, well, where there's a will, there's a way. Bottle baby, never liked the reason behind the fine. Just tell me how much I can leave to find actual girls. I mean, in Cambodia, Phnom Penh, the bar fines were $10 for many years. And then all of a sudden, they jumped up to $15. I mean, that's a big jump, and it's all getting a bit bloody. They're all getting opportunistic, aren't they? Gemini Star, pragmatic, good word to use. Okay. Kipax never paid £1,000 in 20 odd years going. Okay, fair enough. Neither have I. But I have heard about them. Karen Ferran from the jungle. More often than not, I don't pay bar fines, but I have, and I will continue to. If I see a girl I particularly want, 500 maximum, but I think it should be 300. I know it's all getting. Karen Ferran says 300. Yeah. Yogi Bear, when the book out there, many may not have seen on there. Give it a flash. Oh, I'll tell you what. I'm going to see if I can just get this up. See if I can get it up. Seeing as you asked. Seeing as you asked. No, can't get this one up, can I? Can't get this one up. Can't get this one up. Can I upload this one? No, can't get that. I can't get that one up for some reason. some reason. But I'm putting the finishing touches to that book. It's all written, it's all proofread. And what I'm doing, I'm like formatting, and I'm adding the cover to it. There's some good YouTube videos that show you how to do all this, but I'm kind of wrestling with it right now. I will crack it within the next couple of days, and then hopefully the book will be up and running. Hopefully next week. So it's just final frustrating things. I want it to be all right on the night. Cowboy Vic episodes. Don't forget the soft toy card. The girls love teddy bears, etc. Do you spend loads on it? Does it really? Is it? You've actually? I've seen those soft. Do the girls actually like that, or are they just being patronising? Does anyone else actually? Does anyone else? I've seen those soft cuddly toy things. Does anyone actually buy those for the Thai girls, or do the Thai girls want them, or did he say bugger off and just give me your money? I don't know. I've never actually bought one of them. Kipaks, a go-go or a joke. I mean, they don't have to be. I mean, some go-go's. I know some fantastic go-go bars in Pattaya where they dance natural, full frontal, no holds barred. Absolutely beautiful. I've come across some wonderful ones over the year, and I don't mind tipping those girls. You know, if they're good to me, I'll give them a nice tip, and I'll even buy a few lady drinks. As for bar fining, well, bar fining, I mean, that's extortion. I just want to go into a go-go bar and have a good time and lay it at the gate. I mean, the women are beautiful there, but the thing is, I do tip them. I do give them a nice, roll up a nice 100 baht here and there, for the girls, and I often buy them a lady drink, and when they come over and chat to me. So I do like the go-go's, but I wouldn't. I did meet girls there, years ago, but that's in the day when they were good value. They're still worth going to. I like go-go bars. I like being surrounded by lots of lovely naked girls with lovely bodies, and I love all that. Gemini Star, go-go bars are an absolute ripper. No, they're not. No, not in Thailand. Not in go-go bars are a rip-off. If you go to some kind of Eastern and Central European countries, that's where you get ripped off. That's where you get ripped off. They've got a terrible rip-off culture. I mean, if you go into Hamburg and you buy a couple of drinks, you only need to say hello to a girl. The next minute she'll order a drink, and you end up being stung for a vast amount of money. They're a rip off another country. The ones in Thailand are actually okay, providing you don't do anything stupid. They're actually okay. I've been in lots of them. I've never had a problem. Never had a problem. Yeah, let's see. John Mitch, I never pay for lady drinks or bar fines. I have so many girls on call from Facebook and Thai dating apps. Yeah, you know the script, John. You know the script. Good for you, mate. Good for you. John's got. You could learn a lot from John Mitch. He's phoned in a couple of times. I think we could all learn a lot from his advice. That's bloody good stuff, mate. Good stuff. I'm sure you're looking forward. You never know. Might even bump into you in Thailand this coming winter. Paul Oscar, it's not the girls who benefit from the bar fines. Oh God, I've lost track of all that. The girls benefit from lady drinks, but I've forgotten what the script is with that, to be honest with you. Karen Farang from the John. Yeah, go-go's are the killers for bar fines. That's when I first heard of 1,000 Nana Plaza. But I've heard some places charging. Well, when you come to go-go bars, I was in a go-go bar in Phuket at Patong, and gorgeous bed. The bar fines can be up to 2,000. Some of those go. They're a real rip-off. But then what you'd expect, really. Bobby Crush, I rarely go into a go-go bars, but if I do, I order an open beer and have a blimp and leave. Some of those girls are beautiful. They're beautiful. Oh my God, I like them. I like them. Kipax, Using Thai friendly is the way to go. Okay, that's good. Then next time, definitely. I've got to come up to date. I've got to come up to date. Excuse me while I just go and pour myself a drink. Oh, so let's see. Brian Street, I think the bar girls still like playing the 4-2-4 system. 4,000, 2 inches, 4 minutes. Okay. Doesn't sound like good value. Bobby Crush, the police sting is a cover to get soldiers in the SAS on London streets. There's something going on. Okay, sounds very doom and gloom, huh? Capax, Capax, yeah, but I would hate to see him live like that. Hate to see him live like that. I'm not sure what we're talking. So using Thai friendly is the way to go. Is that what we're talking about there? Dutch Farang, I always wear a raincoat. Oh God Almighty! Yeah, Paul Hoskin is talking about condoms. What are they for? Dutch Farang always wears a raincoat. And Gemini Star, Paul Hoskin, you're playing Russian roulette with your life fella. Oh God, I know, but well, whatever. I mean, I think in a place like that, it's worth wrapping up. Oh, that's what else. It's like having a bat with a plastic mac on, isn't it? Martin Ryder, Thai raincoat split on me. They're designed for small boys. Yeah, they are a little bit. Well, take your own condom, take your own condoms. Let's see. Yeah, Kipax. I would never pick one from Beach Road. It just isn't needed. Okay. Kiki and Jasmine still far cheaper than Vietnam. Yeah, whatever happens in Vietnamese girls? Some beautiful girls in Vietnam, but they started getting really greedy all of a sudden, didn't they? Some years ago, all of a sudden, they want three bloody times the price. Really. I think what it is, it's some overly generous people go there, start splashing the cash out, and the next thing the girls, once they got $100, they don't want to go back to 50, do they? John Mitch, the rate of Thai friendly, 1,200 to 1,500 baht for a couple of hours. Well, that's it. See, that's not bad because you don't have to buy drinks and bar fines and all that kind of stuff, do you? The rate of Thai friendly, 1,200 to 1,500 baht for a couple of hours. That sounds reasonable. That sounds like sounds like a lot of fun. Bobby Crush, I walk into a bar and a girl approaches me, and the first thing out of her mouth is, "You buy me a lady drink." I just leave. Well, that often is the first. I've often heard that. You buy me, yeah. I wouldn't leave. I just say, what's in it for me? It depends. I mean, no, what they all do, don't they? The worst thing I heard in recent years. I mean, I was in a bar in Phnom Penh, and some girl must have thought that I just come over. I was a newbie. She came up to me and she said, "I love you long time." And the first thing I thought was, "What? How bloody corny is that?" And nobody actually says that. That's a myth. Who the hell says that in this day? "I love you long time." You crackers. You think I just bloody come over on a rowing boat or something? Anyway. Kipax, you're taking the girl out of the bar, so that needs paying for. Okay, fair enough. Crypto Chris card. Have you had anything off the beach? Yeah, a nasty dose of crabs. Uh, Bobby Crush, they sell extra large ones. Okay, fair enough. Telecom poster cover. I got it up on the screen the other day. What happened to it? What happened to it? What happened to it? Is this it? Is this it? Yo, yeah, that's my bit. It's coming your way. Coming your way. Probably early next week. I should in the next couple of days. I think I will have completed everything. I'm formatting it and trying to get the cover and the document and everything together before uploading it to Amazon. And that's the plan. Hopefully it will be. I want to get it all right on the night. I want to make sure there's no hiccups or anything like that. But hopefully I'll have it done and dusted by the end of the week or by the weekend or whatever. Anyway, but that's the cover of my new book. 5 go to Pattaya, 5 Scousers, 3 weeks in Pattaya. What can possibly go wrong? Well, no one Scousers, just about everything really. Okay, thanks for that. Anyway, Telecom. Gene Parsons. Okay, thank you for that super chat, Gene. Thank you, because he hope you're doing well. Yeah, you too, mate. Anyway, thank you for that. Very kind of you. Robster, I should be buying at least 1 or 2 lady drinks when you take. It should be buy at least 1 or 2 ladies when you take it out. At least that way you get something for your money. The bar fan is wasted. Just wait till she finishes. Okay. I mean, yeah, but the bars they catch on to that, don't they? That means staying there until after 2 o'clock and all that kind of stuff. I mean, the thing is, in Cambodia, as far as I know, it's still about $15 for a bar fine out of one of the girly bars. But the girls are more demanding in this day and age, and it's all going up. It's all bloody going up. They're all getting greedy. Bobby Crush, but take your own notice anyways. They're expensive there. I buy a job lot of the internet before I go. Oh, okay, that's fine. That's fine. I mean, a nurse told me once. Um, I was getting a checkup and yeah, oh no, I was having a needle, an inoculation or whatever the hell it was, and I said to the nurse, and you got to be impressed with nurse. They're so down to earth. They're so far ahead of the average man or woman or the average Lisa Dale in the street. I said to the nurse, I'm going there. I'm going away to Southeast Asia, for a few months. She said, "Oh, lucky you." And I said, "I'm not going to lie to you." And I go with the women out there. I have a bit of rumpy pumpy one out there. She said, "But make sure you use condoms." I said, "Well, that's good." Now, she said you can get free condoms from family planning. You just go into family planning, just say, "Give me loads of condoms," and they'll give you the condom. And that's good. Now that was a nurse. She was very, very, very helpful. Very, very helpful. Very, 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 very. I mean, how is it that nurses can be very, very adults and understanding all this? And yet, the average bloody woman in the street here in the UK, down the social club things, you go to Thailand, you dirty, disgusting, bloody, you dirty old man. Nurses are just so far ahead of everyone else. Telecom, you can take the girl out of the bar, but you can't take the bar out of the girl. Well, it's funny that you should say that because all of these kind of themes do come up in my book. I mean, because it's about 5 newbies to Thailand, and they do eventually come to realize all of this. Their experience with girls, is kind of inexperienced, and they quickly learn a few things. I'll remove that from the screen because I'm sure you've already seen it by now. Paul Hoskin. So if you bar find a girl, is it valid for 24 hours? until the bar was a nice, never thought of it that way, to be honest with you. John Mitch, I cannot get this one up too when I've had to get this one up too. Yeah, we're talking about getting it up. He can't get it up. You're not talking about me, mate. John Mitch, can't get this after I've had too many beers. Well, I don't. That'd be interesting, won't it? Won't it? Yeah, you know. Now that I don't drink alcohol anymore, will I sort of rise to the occasion a bit easier? Just for always bring your own raincoats and keep them safe. Okay, fair enough. McLaren is here. Nice to hear from you. Martin Ryder, woolly mammoth size. Oh, okay, we're talking big dick. We're talking big penises here. Windmill. The windmill, a bit overrated that one. I like it. I like the windmill. I do like it, but I think there's better ones out there. Yeah, Bobby, because I bought one of those human-sized teddy bears. I didn't kiss it back, but it saved me a fortune on bar fines. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. So let's see. Let me just. So anyway, we're 42 minutes in the chat. We're talking all the crap. I mean, the news is a bit fairly crap right now, isn't it? Russell, I'm pissed off hearing about Russell Brand. I'm really pissed off hearing. Heard about Russell Brand, you know, all this kind of shit. It's sure now. Does anyone ever buy the ping pong balls to throw the dancers? Yeah, the screams that can be fun sometimes. Oh, I don't like it when they shoot the ping pong balls out of the private parts. It's too it's too vulgar there. Wayne Ritchie, nice to hear from you, Wayne. I can't wait to get to Thailand. I'm spending one day with a bar girl. I'm spending one day with a bar girl. Would 10,000 baht be enough? 10,000, you could have a little mini orgy on 10,000. But no, to be honest with you, it won't be bloody long before 10,000 baht for one girl won't be enough. Telecom. The girls from years ago would have good value. Loved that. Would they wear good value? And now they're a bit of a con. I mean, you know, they were bargain. I've even had buy one get one, buy one get one at a discount price. I've even come across that. Humongous. Not been to Thailand yet, but bar fines, lady drinks, just seems to like trying to squeeze as much cash out of us as possible. Oh, it is. They are getting opportunistic. Well, they always were opportunistic, but now they want more money to be opportunistic. Paul Harrison. I like go-go's. I have good fun with the girls, buy them drinks, but never bar fine any of them. Well, I did bar fine go-go dancers years ago, but now too bloody expensive. You really gotta you gotta splash the cash. And the thing is, if you got to really treat yourself and splash the cash to bar fine a go-go dancer. You've got to make sure that you rise to the occasion, because if you don't rise to the occasion, that's a lot of money gone down the drain. John Metcalf, forget the bar fans, go get a massage, find a nice girl and get a line idea. Oh yeah, some beautiful massage girls. I love it. I love a good dirty massage. Paul Oscar, best to buy elephant-sized ones. Then you can put the balls in. Oh God, this is all getting very vulgar. Very vulgar. Okay, it's going to ask you a question in a minute. Bobby Crust, those are go-go girls had me good style ones. Two of them were on me, jokes in the face. Then they unzipped me and were at it. I was on the clear state of mind as they ordered lady drinks. 1,200. But Jesus God Almighty, that's extortionate, isn't it? I've never been ripped off in a go-go bar. I've always been I've never had a problem. But lady drinks. I mean, how many lady drinks was that? I mean, that sounds like a lot, doesn't it? John Key, last time I went to Nana Plaza, I went to 3 places and all of them except Billboard tried to have me off with the bill. Don't mind paying the going rate, but hate all the scams they try. Well, John Mitz, take PrEP medication free on NHS, protects you from really. McLaren F1, it's the Koreans and Chinese bumping up the price. Well, somebody is, aren't they? Someone is. Wayne Vosper. I first went to Batida in 1990. Bar fine was 200, and the girl bar 500 the next day for a long time. About £12.50 at the time. A 22-year-old me thought that'll mount up. Really, that's quite a long time ago. 1990 is a long time ago, isn't it? Telecom. I think she loved me for a long time. Oh, whatever. Yeah, it sounds lovely, but nobody. You don't really hear much of that nowadays. I love you long time. I think that's a bit of a comic strip phrase. That one. I don't know if anyone still uses that. Oh, good evening out in the gang. I nearly paid £1,000 bar fine with a beautiful girl Baton back in 2019. But refused. I later bumped into it and gave it a flash hammer. That was a bar fine. Good for you, mate. Stephen Morgan, I would move the Ed. It's really. I would move the Ed Sweeney down a bit so it doesn't cover the retire sign on the book. Yeah, well, okay, but you can still see what it is, and but that's like the background of the tires. I've got it's going to be tricky uploading that cover as I've got Canva and I'm using Canva and Google Docs. It's I'm kind of wrestling with. I am uploading the cover to the rest of the document, but it's a bit tricky. So yeah, I'll get it done before the end of the week. Martin Ryder, well, baby, me so horny, we love you a long time, you part. How can we've got to say this for the fact, haven't we? Well, baby, me so horny, me love you long time, you party. That's you say something like that, don't you? Bobby Cross, has anyone ever tried chatting with a girl on the street and tried to make them like you? You get bloody arrested in this day and age for that. Yours travels, even at the gang, late in 7 days in. God, everyone's going to Thailand. Well, not everyone, but yours is off to Thailand. David R is off there. Sean Harris is off there. Good for you guys. Good for, I'll be going. You know, I've been looking at flights. I've actually sent off for my new passport. I actually went down to the post office on Saturday morning, and there was only one counter there. And I thought, Christ, these are not going to do the new passport here, but they did, and it's in the post now, and hopefully I will have a nice new 10-year passport with me very soon. So once I've got that, I think I'll be ready to book a flight. John Mitch, you ought to have an online party now and release your book whilst online partying. I'll have to see how that will work. I'll have to see how that will work. Oh, don't worry, you haven't heard the last of the book. You haven't heard the last of it. Paul Hoskin, I'm not going to sit there till 3 a.m. to go with a girl. I know, because as you get older, I mean, see, the problem I have with somewhere like Pattaya is that there's so many of the distractions. I mean, by 3 a.m., you're bloody piddles up, aren't you? I mean, you've had so much to drink by then. Are you really feeling like a sexual affair at 3 a.m. in the morning? I'm not. Dutch Farang. Eddie said it again. Rumpy Pumpy. Martin Ryder, me city, or whatever. It's all getting a bit vulgar now. Bobby Crush. If I barf on a girl, I always get them to sign a sign a written contract. If there's a problem, I take them to a small claims court. That'll be it. That'll make a good comedy sketch. I'd like to see that one. Telecom, morning wood. I've had that a few times. I prefer Bangkok to the tire. Oh, I like both. I think both of them are kind of essential. Your Sowers never paid a bar fine. Always used Thai friendly on the first trip. Worked all over time. Yeah, Thai. Well, I've got to come up to date and start using this. I've got to start. I've got to start using Thai friendly. Telecom. I call mine Spider. Okay, I got that from Don Rickles. He was a funny comedian. I seen it there. You know, Don Rickles featured in Kelly's Hero, didn't it? There was a bit off screen where he's ripping apart Clint Eastwood. That was quite funny. Bobby Crush. I got ripped off in one of those ping pong shows. I paid 500 baht to enter. When I got in, all that was in the room was a table tennis, a ball and 2 bats. Like it. I mean, the thing is, do you not like? I wouldn't want to see girls shooting ping pongs out of the fanny. I wouldn't want to see that. I mean, that's so bloody disgusting. I like women to be feminine. I like women to act like women. No tattoos, real titties, nice hairy womanly bits. I don't want to see them shooting bloody ping pongs out of the private part. John, mate, I get Viagra on prescription every month. Saving it for my trip to Thailand along with it. Yeah. Oh, good for you, mate. Good for you. Good for you. Yeah. Sean Harris, I meant the tub of balls you buy in the go-go to throw at the dancers, not the ping pong shows. Yeah, I mean, what's that all about? I never get involved in that. The tub of balls, you know, it's 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 all seems a bit crazy. I've never ever done any of that, to be honest with you. So anyway, I'm going to fast forward a little bit. Let's see. Okay, so anyway, I can't put down the skin, but yeah, Mazza, serious question. If you're in charge of the UK instead of the snowflakes currently in government, what would you do to stop illegal immigration? It's getting out of hand now. I would treat it like an invasion. No, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't machine gun them. But I mean, what the thing is, I had this conversation with somebody last night. I mean, Britain is an island. It's an island. I mean, for Christ's sake, if any place should be easy to defend, it should be an island. I mean, land borders are probably not so easy to defend because they know find a way in one way or the other, you know, over a bloody field or a mountain or whatever. But we're an island and we know where they're coming. They're coming across that narrow strip of water called the English Channel. So how can't we defend them? We're acting like bloody namby pambies. We see the bastards, the invaders in the middle of the water, and we escort them safely, yeah, you know, to our country, and then wonder what next to bloody do with them. It's all crazy. It's I mean, Nigel Farage often quotes Tony Abbott, doesn't he? You know, told them back. Okay, it'll make us unpopular and it'll cause public outcry, but it'll bloody work. It'll work. Yeah, I'd take a leaf out of his book. Let's see. Okay, where are we? Telecom. I was being jocular about the long time coming. Oh yeah, it's. I mean, it's. I think they used that in Full Metal Jacket as well, didn't he? I'm sure she said that. Nowadays, when a bird says to me, I love you long," it's just I just think she's thinking something else. She's got an ulterior motive. Wayne Mitchie, I can't wait to buy your book. We're number one bestseller. Well, in me dreams, mate. But thanks anyway. Yours travels, Kipax. I checked the bill after every drink. It had to be a couple of times, but at the end, a random 400 baht added on. I've never had. Well, I am cautious about the check bins. I mean, a girl came up to me in one of the beachfront bars at Pattaya once, and she chatted to me. And the next thing, she had a drink in her hand, and she put the bloody drink in, the bottle of beer into my check bin. A lady. And I never said that. You can bug it off, take that out again. And the staff, I think she was a bit notorious for it. The staff took it out. Telecom, Eddie, will your book be available in Pattaya? I don't think it will. I think it'll be a Pattaya. It's got Pattaya on the front cover, and it's about five lads who go to Pattaya. So I should imagine they'll love it there. I'm sure there's a lot of truthful things in it, the way I see it anyway. So let me see. Yeah, Telecom, we need to Eddie read parts in a book when it's published. Oh, I'll work on that. We'll work on it. I just want to get it out first of all. Let me see. Okay, where are we now? Harry Hope, book flight to Thailand now for next March. Still a little pricey. As for bar fans, I'll just make a move before it gets to that stage. I'm more likely to find a girl not looking at emptying my bank. Okay, fair enough. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Let's go a little further. Yeah, Citizen Mikey. The French escort them over. I mean, we're giving the French about 500 million, aren't we? They're probably, they're probably laughing the bollocks at. We're a stupid soft touch country. No wonder all these immigrants don't want to stay in Europe because they're not as much of a soft touch as we are in England. We've got we've got waterways. UK is an island. We've got waterways. How the hell? If any European country should be difficult to invade, it should be this one. It's not as if they're bloody flying over it. Yeah, like the Luftwaffe. You know what I mean? Humongous. Eddie, if you were Prime Minister of the UK, what policies would you introduce? Free boob jobs on NHS? I would be very, 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 very strict if I was the Prime Minister. I would I would ban silicon. I would expect natural boobs only, big or small. Although to be admitted, there are some girls with saggy ones that do actually suit the the silicon. Take that one back. I would make hairy womanly bits compulsory. Girls can get fined for shaving their womanly bits. Erase all any erase female tattoos completely. Let me see. Okay. Yeah. Telecom, build a wall around the UK and get Europe to pay for it. Yeah, we should do that. We should take a leaf out of Donald Trump. We should build we should build a big barbed wire fence along the English Channel and get France to pay for it because they're the bastards who are sending them over here. Yours travels. Ed, have you done Colon? We'll get the 8 a.m. ferry there and 5 p.m. ferry back. I had a scooter and see a few nice beaches. I did Colon just before I left Thailand last time. And, there's not much, there's a bit of nightlife there, very, very tight, but it's an island. And there are some genuinely nice beaches there. And I have got videos on the other channel of Colon. So you're welcome to have a look. I even did a couple of live streams in there. Sean Harris, buy a bucket of balls at about 400 baht. Throw them at the dancers. The dancers catch them and get money from the bar. The girls go crazy. Yeah, what's the bloody point? What's the point of all of that? Okay. Yeah, telecom. I was saying that long time comment in the 70s. Well, I first heard it when I first went out to Thailand, and I think around about the year 2000. Massa, yes, I agree with you. And for us, it's time to start being sensible, even if it makes us unpopular. I know we're kind of it's all these bloody Human Rights Act and all of this kind of stuff. We're a namby-pamby. We're letting these people come in there and just walk all over us. Citizen Mikey, I really enjoyed Love on the Rocks by Simon. We'll buy your book, Eddie. Okay, thank you, thank you. Yogi Bear, Ed, the Thais turned the boat people back. The Australian government turned them back. I'll tell you what, I'll put this on. I'll put this on the screen. If anyone wants to phone up and tell us, if anyone wants to phone up and tell us what do you think about bar fines and all of this kind of stuff, there you go. Yeah, boohoo, Steve. It's really nice. 7 beats about it, but yet the island of Koh Larn, there's a lot going for it when you consider it's so close to Pattaya. Kipax, we'll grab a 300 baht scooter and explore. Okay, good for you. Good for you. Good for you. John Mitt says in France, the illegals have to buy tents and camp on the beach. They know they will get put up in hotels on the UK. Oh no, it's all bloody awful, isn't it? Citizen Mikey, we should direct all the poo from the sewage pipes towards Dover. It would be a nice welcome. Oh, that's a bit. Yeah, yeah. Okay, okay. Fair enough. Who's this now? We've got somebody phoning in here. I think I missed that one there. I missed that one there. I'm going to put that on there. I don't know who that was, but yeah. But Bobby Crush, Eddie, you need to be careful writing books. It can be quite dangerous. That Salman Rushdie wrote one. You had to go into hiding for years. I'm not insulting anybody's religion. At least I don't think I am. I don't think I am. I'd be careful about that. I don't. I am not insulting any particular religion. Telecom. Uh, uh, Telecom change the names to protect the end. Oh yeah, the names have been changed, but they are based on real people. I'm sure there's going to be somebody somewhere. It was going to, it was going to, it's going to look at it and think, oh Christ Almighty, that's me that he's writing about there. Mazza, I hear today we're now spending £8 million a day on hotels. It's a ridiculous situation. It's going up. It was 6 million, then I heard 7 million, and now Mazza's saying 8 million. It's all bloody stupid. It's why people, decent people are so disillusioned with everything in the UK because the way these invaders, and they are invaders. Yeah, they're as bad as the invaders. What was that series in the 1960s with Roy Thinners? It's a pity that we can't do that with them and make them all bloody disappear. They are invaders. We should treat them as such. I'll put that down there anyway. Let me see now. Kipax just have machine guns. Well, they're invaders. I mean, that's what you do, isn't it? Paul Laskin, if there were no girls to give us a massage in Thailand, no one would go, I do like a good dirty massage. Yeah, Mr. American calling for Bordens. Oh, whenever I see a phone number that I don't recognize, I always think, who the hell's there? Well, we'll see. I don't. Anyone can phone in on that number. It's not a scam. There's nothing dodgy about it. You can phone that number and like it's perfectly legit. It's a pay as you go phone. There's no scam involved, so no harm done. Telecom. I should play the lottery using Eddie's telephone number. That would be an idea. Could be a winning formula. Robusta. Apparently, they ripped their passport right before border control, so they can't be sent back out. Oh, geez. I think everyone's just disillusioned, really. Really, I mean, it's just got to go. We don't want to talk too much about immigrants because we've talked to death about that. Telecom, are the invaders working or just getting free room and board in the UK? They're not working. They're coming here. They're claiming claiming asylum, persecution. Okay, we've got somebody here. Yes, hello.
Sorry, I got the wrong number, I guess.
Yes.
Sorry.
The wrong number, yes?
Yeah, I think I did. I don't know.
Who are you calling?
I was calling an Ed Sweeney.
Yeah, that's me, yes. So who is you? What is your name, please? You're calling Ed Sweeney, yes? I think he was calling Ed Sweeney, but I think that's kind of lost that one anyway. But thanks for calling in anyway. Okay, so Telecom, yes, the invaders they're not working. They're just making a bloody nuisance of themselves. They're coming here. They're playing on our warm heart and our generosity. They're taking the mickey out of us. They're creating crime. They're doing all kinds of heinous things. Hello? Hello?
Hi, Eddie, you all right?
Not so bad. I've never heard your voice before.
No, it's Pimpman 1.
Who is it?
Pimpman 1. I've heard your voice before.
Are you in the chat? Am I familiar with your name?
Yeah, I always join in the chats. Not every single week, but I do pop on occasionally.
Oh, Bintman.
Yeah, Bintman.
Oh, Bintman. Yeah, I am familiar. So anyway, what do you think of? I mean, what would you like to talk about? Bar fines, or would you like to talk about, illegal invaders? What do you reckon about anything?
Well, anything about Thailand, really, to be fair.
Yeah.
I mean, I've just been going probably for the past 15 years. I lived in Pattaya about 5 years ago for a year.
Yes.
So, the bar fines, I don't tend to pay them, to be fair.
Yeah.
I'm a bit like you. I don't drink, so me going to bars, boozing, it's not really my scene. So I tend to use Thai friendly.
Yeah.
If I'm honest.
Yeah. Well, things are changing with me, you see, Ben, man. Things are changing because I've never ever been abroad at a time when I don't drink. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen with the next time I go abroad, but I've always gone in bars and met girls there. And so it's only since I've been here the last 6 months that I haven't, I've given up the alcohol. So I don't know how that's going to pan out really when next go abroad.
It's difficult, if I'll be honest.
Yeah.
You feel a bit like a spare part. Everyone else is enjoying themselves and having a few drinks, and you're there sat sober. I mean, I do have a couple if I go to like a go-go bar or go to a bar. Yeah. Just to be on that level of being social with people, I suppose.
Yes,
there's no harm if you can control it and have probably like 2 or 3 drinks and then be okay with that, fine. But I think if you keep banging the drinks down, that's just not for me. I don't want the hangover the next day and a banging head. That's just me. Yeah.
Well, the thing is, bit of bin, man. I mean, it's a whole new subject in itself, really. I've gone from drinking every single day, whether I'm abroad or whether I'm at home, every single day, to actually not drinking anything at all. Other than softer. Don't drink any alcohol. I haven't drank any now for almost 6 months. But what that proves, I probably will have a beer, when I'm in a hot climate out there, I probably will do that. But at least the last 6 months has taught me that I can control it now. I am not dependent anymore. So it probably won't do that much harm if I go and have a drink on a night out or whatever, because at least I know now that I can control it. I can come off it whenever I want.
The other thing is you got to think of being on holiday there, living there, two different things as well. You know, it's all right having all the nightlife, but you get bored of it. I mean, I probably went to Walking Street a handful of times in the year that I lived there. And I didn't live in the centre. I lived on the dark side, East Patio, where it's cheaper to live and you have a normal life. I mean, I like my fishing, so you've got to have a few hobbies and interests out there. I mean, you wouldn't do it here, would you? You wouldn't be having chicks every single week. You know, you just wouldn't do it. So you've got to live a bit more of a normal life when you're out there.
So well, the thing is, I'm going abroad indefinitely, so you know, I won't be under any kind of time limit, so I probably will be. To be honest with you, I actually don't know how I personally will behave when I'm out there. Whether I'll be, you know, staying in most nights in a nice condo, you know, watching Netflix, or whether I'll just be going out once or twice a week, or what. I don't really know. I'll have to. You know, it'll be a new, fresh outlook for me, you see. But at least I know that I can control the beer this time.
Well, you've got the nightlife if you want it, haven't you? And then, you know, obviously you've got the bonus is you've got the nice weather all year round, which you're in your vest and shorts all year round, which is, you know, you've got the horrible winters here to deal with. So, you know, you're skipping that, which is a good thing. But, I mean, if you've got interesting hobbies, there's a lot of people play golf out there, there's fishing. It just depends what you're into, isn't it?
Well, I'll be making a lot more videos for YouTube because, you know, I'm looking forward to doing that again. The problem with being a travel vlogger is that, you know, you can only really make videos when you're traveling. I mean, when you're not traveling, I mean, you know, your YouTube channel tends to go in the doldrums, really. So I'll be looking forward to being a full-time travel vlogger. So the thing is, as I mentioned earlier, I just sent off for my new passport the other day, and so that'll give me a full 10-year passport to you know, to play with. And absolutely, it'll be a new, fresh outlook on life, really. But I'm looking, as soon as I get my new passport, it's quite likely I'll be booking a flight after that.
Well, like you said, you don't even know if it's going to be Thailand, do you? You've not fully decided where you actually want to go, but you can just travel around. You don't have to be in one fixed place, do you? That's the beauty of that.
Well, the thing is, I won't be traveling around the way I have done in the past. I'll be doing, if I do travel around, which I probably will, but it'll be at a more pedestrian place. I won't be staying in hotels this time. Only, you know, the odd hotel, you know, where you know, to begin with, but I'll be looking at renting condos and that sort of stuff. You know, for I will be renting condos long term. I'll be traveling on a pedestrian pace. So that's what I'm.
I think you're probably looking. I had a 2-bedroom house. I think that was about 12,000 baht for the month. It was 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and a communal swimming pool. But the condos, you're probably looking about 7,000 to 8,000 for one of them. Sort of outside of patio. So you can get some. Pratumnak Hill, a lot of people stay there. Pratumnak area, a lot of expats do as well. But yeah, you'll get some bargains. If you're doing it definitely for a year, you'll definitely get the bargains. But you really need to get it in low season to get the best prices.
Well, absolutely. I mean, to be honest with you, I mean, I'm already looking at flights. I mean, my plan was like going away maybe, you know, spring, maybe summertime, whatever. But I think it's going to be sooner than that, because as soon as that winter starts biting here, I mean, I'll be.
It's grim.
Yeah, absolutely. It won't be long before I'm strutting the streets of Pattaya and Bangkok once again.
Yeah, well, at least I think you're doing the right thing, Ed. I mean, you've got to that age now where you either do it now or, you know, you just don't
It's now or never really. I mean, you know, at the end of the day, I mean, you know, I'm 61, and I know of lots of people who drop dead when they're my age or younger. you know, people I've known for many years, and all of that. And it happens, like, you know, it happens. At the end of the day, I think once you're over 60, I think we're all on borrowed time, to be honest with you. You know, so.
Well, I'm 47, but I hope in the next 2 years, once this house paid off, my plan is to probably do 8 months in the UK and 4 months in Thailand, and eventually I'll probably just sell the house and just live off that over there for the next 10 or 15 years, however long I get. But you've got to have a goal to aim to, haven't you?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, someone's put a bottle babies, but bent man. Okay, telecom. The caller needs to be over 18. Yeah, absolutely. But, you know, over 18, definitely. Okay, well, I mean, thanks. I'm going to just grab myself a drink. Just stay on the phone there. Anyway, it's going to quickly grab myself a drink. So I'm thirsty.
No worries, mate.
So how often do you go to Thailand then, in that part of the world?
Usually once a year on holiday. I mean, I went there last time was in June for 3 weeks. But I did travel to Udon Thani because I did a bit of fishing there in Ratchaburi, so it's not just staying in Pattaya. I do know a lot of people out there because I've got friends out there, obviously, because I lived out there for a period of time. So, you know, one thing I felt this time when I went, though, I did get a bit bored of the ladies and the bars and things like that. I felt a bit like Groundhog Day a little bit, and the prices are going up and everything. They're trying to push the prices up and get as much as they can out of you as well. I've noticed that they're getting really greedy these days.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, it can get a bit much after a while. I mean, guys who've never ever been out to Thailand or that part of the world, you know, it would be their dream to go into bars and be hassled by the girls. They'd love it. But when you've been out there so many times, it gets a bit tiresome after a while. I mean, I remember one night I went into a bar towards the end of my travel, and I went into a bar in Chiang Mai just for a quiet drink. And then the next minute, 2 girls, you know, came up to me and started rubbing up against me and sandwiching me and all this kind of stuff. I thought, oh, give me a break, girls. Just give me a break. I can't be dealing with this right now. I mean, you know, it's like
we've seen it all. We've been there and got the T-shirt.
Yeah.
You know, it's the whole novelty of it all has sort of died down a little bit. But what I've noticed on Soy Bacau, there's a hell of a lot more ladyboy bars there.
Yeah.
I mean, and Soy Honey as well. I got hassled by one last time that I went, and they're so upfront, the lady boys are. They come up to you and grabbing you, and I don't mind it. I laugh it off the first time. You come back again and they get physical with you. It's just too over the top. I find it sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, some of the lady boys. I mean, I'm tolerant. You know, I'm tolerant. You know, and you know, broad-minded and all that. But sometimes, you know, when I've heard some of these lady boys, you know, calling some really vulgar things out at guys, I think, oh God, and not for me. You know, behave yourself. If you want to be a ladyboy, then be one. But you know, they should behave themselves. I mean, I was in one bar, and on Subican, there was a ladyboy bar next to it, and I seen one of them getting on a chair and start dancing, and I thought, you know, fair enough. But the next minute, you know, he pulled his skirt up and showed his manly bits dangling. I thought, oh, Christ, give me a break, man. Give me a break.
I mean, to be fair, a lot of them are decent. I mean, I try to be all right with even the lady boys. You know, I'll say hello to them and be okay. But I mean, some of the girls try too much, don't they, as well, and hassle you. It just gets a bit much. But then again, we're staying in areas that are, you know, the bars are there. You're going to get that. You know, you're staying on that doorstep of it all. So I don't know what the options are, but I think you probably end up going there and probably having a bit of a blast for a few weeks, and then you'll get bored of that, and then you'll just want a bit of a quiet time. Then probably that's how it probably works.
Well, I go to Pattaya sporadically. You know, it's like I've said before, it's like a giant Christmas pudding. It looks great. It smells great. You can't wait to get your teeth into it. But if you eat too much of it, you get pig sick, and you just don't want to see it again for a very long time. I mean, that's Pattaya. I'll probably, when I arrive abroad, I'll probably go to Pattaya for a few weeks, and then I'll probably go to Cambodia and stay there for a very long time. You know, and have a quiet life and you know, do other things really.
What you said about Cambodia, though, the prices for the ladies have gone through the roof. $200, is it?
Oh, it's I mean, that was probably extreme. But I did hear that quoted a couple of times. And yeah, you know, I seen one blazing row that some guy had with a girl when she came out of his hotel room and she was demanding $200 from her. I mean, if you go right round 136, I mean, you know, you know, the girls can be, but they are definitely becoming more expensive. No doubt about it, really.
What you'll find though, Ed, when you live there, you'll get ones that are just everyday girls. I met a couple that had shops.
Yeah.
They just come round to see you occasionally. So you're not even, you know, spending anything really. It's just probably get a couple of drinks in or take them for a meal. It's a bit more normal, you know. So you're not probably going to have to end up hunting. But it's there if you want it. If you want to go on Thai friendly or go to a bar, you've got that. But you will find ones that you actually bump into in everyday life out there as well.
Yeah. Oh well, I mean, really, I mean, I to be honest with you, I just want to get away from England and get out in the sun and live a more relaxed life. To be honest. Yeah, absolutely. Let's see, where are we now? So, any questions that anybody wants to ask Bent, man? Yeah, let's see, where am I now? I'm well behind. I'm well behind.
Sorry, I'm
yeah, Gemini Star. I agree, Bent, man. Some of them lady boys are vulgar. I mean, they you know, try and be tolerant, but there's no excuse for you know, for vulgarity, and that's really turns me off. Some of them.
Well, it's got worse. I think over the last decade, it's definitely got worse. I've probably been going there 15, 17 years now to Thailand. Originally, it was Phuket I used to go to, and that went through the roof with prices, and then on to Pattaya because it was obviously it's a lot cheaper there. But I think they're more brazen now. The ladies are. There's all this technology with social media, and they can manipulate. And the problem is, there's a lot of guys that give into this, and they're paying silly money for these girls. So they're thinking that there's something special now. So you know, some of the guys have got brought it on themselves as well by spending out and splashing out on these girls. You know, that's what's happened.
Yeah. I mean, I must admit, I mean, I went to Phuket last time I was there, and the quality of women was there were some beautiful girls there in Phuket. There still are in Pattaya, but there's also a lot of you know, a lot of Mengas in Pattaya as well. I mean, you know, but the thing is, those girls will go where the money's at. I mean, you know, it's easy to find quality women in Phuket, but then they're very, very demanding. It's you know, the days of you know, bargain Thailand are over now. I mean, it's not a bargain at all. You know, if you want to enjoy yourself there, you can spend a lot of money.
Well, what I find is definitely the young ones that don't want to give you the service, and a lot of them won't even go for the night. They just want short time, and they're quite happy to have half an hour with you to get as much money as they can. I find that if you're getting girls around the 30 to 40 age group, you get a lot better service with them. And there's still some cracking looking girls in that age, Thai girls at that age, and they're a bit more mature. You know, these young girls, they're just immature, a lot of them. And you like say, you're not getting the service. All they're bothered about is looking at the mobile phones all day. And you've got to also understand how many guys are they in contact with, you know.
Oh, absolutely.
Number to them, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, funnily enough, in my book, right? In my book, I do address all those issues. What you've just said, you know, about you can be having a night out with a girl and she's constantly on a mobile phone, and you know, you wonder who she's talking to all the time. I do address issues like this in my book, which will be hopefully released next week. So
we'll have to have a look at that book.
It's not just a work of fiction. There is a lot that, you know, a guy who's been out to Thailand will recognize. Anyway, Sean Harris asking a question here. What bars does Bentman go on the dark side?
Well, there used to be, was it the Black Swan? I think that was one of them. There was the Ning's Orange Bar. I used to have food up at Bruce's place, which was a welcome in. But there's a few bars down there because I lived in Khao Noi, in Chok Chai village. So you've got, I don't know if you've been to the dark side, but if you're planning to live, a lot of the expats do live there because it's a lot cheaper. You're literally looking at about probably a 60 or 80 bar motorbike taxi into the centre, so it's not like a million miles away. But yeah, it's usually the Swan Bar. I think there was I think some of the other bars. They've all changed now. That's the problem. A lot of them are closed out. COVID closed a lot of places down. That was the problem, especially these smaller bars. You find the problem with the dark side is you don't. I think it caters for the older guys, the older gentlemen there. You know, the ladies are a bit more of an older age there. They're not the young ones. If you want young girls, it's got to be walking streets, that sort of area.
I mean, do you know something? I've never actually made it to the dark side. Every time I've been in Batar, I always say, I'm going to go and visit that place. I'm going to go. And I actually came very, very close to it last time. I go, this time I'm definitely going to visit the dark side. And I was having a night out with Tom, Big Fat Bestie. And I said to him, I said, this time I'm definitely going to visit the dark side, definitely. And Bestie said to me, he said, what for? It's shite. And that's it. So I still haven't been there.
There's nothing really. There's a few bars dotted about. I mean, there's cheap drinks out there if you want cheap drinks, cheap food. You've got Mapuchan Lake. There's a few places, eating places and bars around there. But the expats go there because it's just quieter and it's cheaper to live. You live in a more normal life. So if you want to go into the centre and go for meals or go to Central Festival or go to the bars or walking street, you've got that option. But you're going to be paying premium prices if you're staying in a condo in the centre. So it's all relevant to what you want out of it. You know?
Oh well, you know, I keep saying that I will go to the dark side. I'll go there not for a night out, but maybe to explore the place. You know, to see if it's a good place to base yourself. Whatever. I will go there because don't forget, I've always been a traveller, and now, you know, pretty soon I'm more likely to be an expat, really. So I will see it in a different way. Let's see, any.
And also, Tapaya Road as well. Tapaya Road is another area where there's quite a few condos. A lot of expats stay there. So that's if you go a bit further down from there, you've got John Tien. He's sort of that direction.
Okay. Well, I definitely will. Anyway, listen, Bintman. Someone's asking your real name here. You don't have to reveal it. Shane.
Yeah.
As in the Western Shane, yeah. That's good. That's a cool name, Shane. That's a cool name. Binman's name is Shane. Well, anyway, Shane, it's been great having you on. Anyway, really, thanks for phone number. It's not a scam phone. I mean, my phone number isn't a scam, is it? It's just you just pay what you normally pay, you know, for your mobile phone contact or whatever. So there's no scam involved in it.
I just thought I'd give you a call because I've popped on the chat on occasion. Just sometimes I work a bit late, so I don't always get a chance to come on. But I'll pop on and say hello. And obviously, because you're planning to move to Asia, you know, I've lived out there for a while. And it's just not have a chat about general bits over there, isn't it?
Okay. Well, you've given us some great, and it's always nice for someone to phone in, especially like if you've got plenty there to talk about and have plenty of info. So you've given us some good info on the dark side there. So I really appreciate that anyway. Really appreciate that.
Nice talking to you anyway.
Okay, you too. Call again anyway, so sometime, Shane. Anyway, brilliant. All the best. Cheers. Okay, so that was Bintman. He just phoned in there. That was Shane Bintman, and what a good guy he was. You know, but a lot of really good information about Thailand there. Anyway, I've been on for 1.5 hours. Quite a lot of people there in the phone tonight. So I'm going to finish off. With not going to take any more phone because I'm getting a bit tired. It's a bit late at night, and I need my late night. I need my late night bowl of soup and Warburton's toast. So, one last question before I go. This just occurred to me the other day. I switched the news on. I always try and switch it to see if there's anything interesting on there, which there isn't a great deal of interest in this day and age. And they were banging on again about bloody climate change. And I have to say, I know it's an important issue. I know it's important. The thing about climate change, it is one news story that will make me get up and switch the bloody TV over. It really, really will. It's just something that just bores the crap out of me. So anyway, the question is, what news stories are a big turn off? I know climate change is very, very important, and we should think about it and all that. But I just don't want to hear about it anymore. I'm absolutely bored with that subject. So anyway, yeah. Our Tulip says World War III. Okay. Bobby Crush. Every time they mention climate change, I burn two cars out and throw a car battery into a lake. Okay, fair enough. It's just one of those bloody subjects. As soon as I hear, there's been a meeting, a conference where they're discussing climate change, I just get them, bang, there goes the TV. I go switch something else on. Let's see. Okay, Bobby Chris, all right, we've had that one. Mr. Carbs are bad for you at night, make you get up and have a pee after a few hours. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, Mazza, the climate change narrative. They love talking about it on the news. I mean, tell me, where does it go? I mean, are we ever gonna get any answers to all of this? Is anyone going to prove in our lifetime that it's real or it's a hoax? All as I know, it's just it's not solid. Talking about climate, I want something that's there, tangible, provable. There's nothing really provable about this. Bottle Baby says climate change should be left for the scientists. Yeah, okay, fair enough. Yeah, Barat, Greta loves my sisters. Yes, orgasm every time she looks to hear it. Okay, fair enough. Gemini Star, GB News is the way to go. Yeah, absolutely. I watch GB News. Paul Hoskin, it was a lot warmer billions of years ago. Yeah, well, you're that old, are you? What did I hear on the TV? I heard something on the TV the other day. I heard something that was 3 billion years old, and they say it's approximately 3 billion. So it's not 2 billion or 4 billion, it's 3 billion. Oh, God almighty. Sean Harris. Yeah, Mazza says, I thought I recognised the atmosphere. Great caller. Yeah, it was a great call from Bentman, Sean. Really, really good caller. Sean Harris. Best to avoid the news if you can. Listen to music instead. Okay, fair enough. Joe Hart. Caroline Lucas of the Green Party. Miserable face, boring hairstyle, and dowdy clothes. I mean, could you have a relationship with a woman who's banging on about climate change all the time? Oh, for Christ's sake, give me a break. Charles Oliver, in the US, anything about politics. Okay, fair comment. Ben Fern K, LBGT news stuff. Who cares who you bang or get banged? Okay. Bobby Crush says, they're concerned about climate change, but they're all traveling on private jets to attend climate conferences. Yeah, well said. Yeah, Ag, agreed. GB News is best. Okay. Yeah, Mr. It's going to burn up and freeze at some point. Stupid humans think they can stop it. Okay. Well, this all happened, but in our lifetime. Martin Ryder, world will end in 250 million years. What? Oh God! For a minute there, I thought you said 200 million years. 250. Oh, that's it. I'll be dead then. Cheers. Let's see. Yogi Bear, right now they're driving you crazy with boat people, climate change, and HS2 with a hint of Russell Brand. I know, that's why there's not a great deal to talk about right now. It's all a load of bollocks, isn't it? Sean Addis, spitting image of the great puppets of Greta. I can't understand. I can't believe it. What a balmy world do we come? Why do all these people turn out to rallies to listen to some snot-nosed kid? I wouldn't have a bloody snot-nosed kid, telling me what's what. Mazza, Eddie, will you ever bring back Roger or Dodger, even if it's just for the one-off special, maybe over Christmas time? We'll see what happens. Some people like Roger and Dodger, and some people absolutely hated it. Okay, think about that one. Yogi Bear, climate change is happening, but when have the Chinese building 200 coal-fired power stations? What hope have we got? I know, yeah, absolutely. Sean Harris, Joanna Lumley, Roger or Dodger? It's Roger, definitely a Roger, definitely. Kiki and Jasmine, they claim to be concerned about the environment, then just sit in their diesel guzzling Range Rover. I'll tell you what, climate change. Stephen Tutty, depends on which sources you follow the news on, as it tends to be full of propaganda. I know, can you believe anything that you're there? There's definitely another agenda out there. They're telling us what we should, what they want us to know. Yeah, Martin Rad says Carolyn Lucas, Roger O'Dodger. Never heard of her. Charles Oliver, I often make the joke to end climate change. We simply stop having kids. In 100 years, no more climate change. Just no one will be around to see it. Okay, fair enough. Brian Street, that is why I'm West Ham, because I'm always blowing bubbles. Nothing to do with Michael Jackson, by the way. Okay. Telecom, the climate is always changing. It is in England. You never know what you get about 4 seasons in one day in Britain. Okay, so anyway, Martin Ryder, Brighton looks like a jungle. No weeds removed from pavements. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm getting really, really tired. I think that's climate change is a bloody bore. In fact, the news is a load of crap right now. I'm fed up hearing about Russell Brand and just about everyone. Listen, guys, probably won't be back tomorrow because it's a bit of a quiet week, and I do want to do a bit more work for this. I do want to do a bit more work for that. Yeah, to try and get this done and dusted, hopefully by the end of the week. Okay. But listen, I've renewed my passport anyway. Hopefully when it comes in the post, I'll be booking a flight very, very soon afterwards. So the next live stream will be on the other channel, maybe Wednesday or maybe Friday night, something like that. On the other channel, where we can talk a bit more about travel, because at the end of the day, that's what the Steady Eddie Travels is all about. I'm hoping to get abroad in the new year now. I think the plan was for the middle of next year, but I think it's more likely going to be the start of next year. Anyway, I'm going to have my late night snack. Thanks for coming along, guys. Anyway, have a lovely week, and hopefully see you later. Probably not tomorrow night because things are too dull right now. I don't think there's a great deal to talk about right now. Anyway, I'll see you later on in the week. Have a good week, guys. Thanks for coming along. Cheers. Wait a minute. I don't know why that went all the way there. I think it's more like